What if I told you there is a place where strangers treat you like family, where every meal feels like a celebration, and where centuries-old traditions are still alive in everyday life? This is the Philippines, a tropical paradise made up of more than 7,000 islands, each with its own charm but connected by a shared identity. Filipino culture is not something you simply observe. It is something you live, breathe, and feel in your heart the moment you arrive. In this video, we are going on a journey into the heart of the Philippines. We will explore what makes Filipino culture so incredibly unique. From traditional values and vibrant festivals to flavorful food and creative arts, Filipino culture is a beautiful blend of influences that somehow feels perfectly original. Whether you are Filipino yourself or someone curious about the world, this is your invitation to discover one of the most fascinating cultures on Earth. So stay with me until the end, because once you see what Filipino culture is all about, you might understand why millions of visitors return to this country with a smile, a story, and a deeper sense of connection. 1. Culture shaped by history. The culture of the Philippines is like a woven fabric. Each thread comes from a different time and influence, but together they create something vibrant and whole. Before the Spanish arrived, early Filipinos already had their own customs, languages, and beliefs. They traded with Chinese merchants, formed their own kingdoms, and practiced animistic and Islamic traditions, especially in the southern islands. When the Spanish colonized the Philippines in the 1500s, they brought Roman Catholicism, Western-style governance, and new technologies. After over 300 years of Spanish rule, the country then experienced American influence, which introduced public education, democratic systems, and English as a second language. Even after Japanese occupation during World War II, Filipinos preserved their identity and pride. What makes Filipino culture special is not just its diversity but its resilience. Filipinos have learned to adapt without losing themselves. They absorb foreign ideas, transform them, and make them their own. This unique ability has created a national character that is open, creative, and incredibly warm. 2. Language, the voice of a nation. Language is one of the clearest signs of the Philippines' cultural richness. The country has two official languages, Filipino and English, but beyond that, it has around 180 languages and dialects spoken across the islands. Some of the major ones include Cebuano, Ilocano, Hiligaynon, Kapampangan, Waray, and Bicolano. Each region has its own sound and rhythm, yet they all express the same Filipino spirit. Filipino, based mostly on Tagalog, serves as the common national language. It is what unites people from Luzon to Mindanao despite regional differences. English, introduced during American rule, is widely used in education, government, and business. Most Filipinos can switch easily between languages depending on the situation. This ability is more than just practical. It reflects the openness of Filipino culture and its deep respect for both tradition and progress. 3. Food, a celebration on every plate. One of the most enjoyable ways to experience Filipino culture is through its food. Filipino cuisine is a colorful mix of sweet, salty, sour, and savory flavors. Every dish tells a story, whether it is a memory of a family gathering, a regional tradition, or a historical influence. Rice is the foundation of nearly every Filipino meal. It is common to see locals eating it 3 times a day. It is not just food, it is comfort. You will even find restaurants that offer unlimited rice as part of their customer service. But what really makes Filipino food stand out is the way it brings people together. Dishes like adobo, sinigang, lechon, and kare-kare are not just delicious. They are deeply tied to family and celebration. A classic example is the boodle fight, a military-inspired meal where people eat together from banana leaves using their hands. It symbolizes unity, equality, and shared joy. Other iconic treats include halo halo, a cold dessert made with crushed ice, milk, and mixed sweet ingredients. Balut, a fertilized duck egg that challenges adventurous eaters. And sorbets, the traditional Filipino ice cream often sold by street vendors. Filipinos take pride in offering guests their best dishes, and many travelers say that Filipino hospitality is never complete without a feast. 4. Family and tradition. The foundation of society. Family is the heart of Filipino culture. In the Philippines, family is not limited to parents and siblings. It includes grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, and even neighbors who are treated like family. This extended network provides emotional, financial, and social support, and it shapes how people live and interact. Respect for elders is a core value. One visible practice is the tradition of manyo, where younger people take the hand of an elder and gently touch it to their forehead as a sign of respect. Children are also taught to say po and opo when speaking to older people, showing politeness and humility. Other traditional values include bayanihan, the spirit of community cooperation. It originally referred to neighbors physically helping a family move their entire house. Today, it represents the Filipino willingness to help others without expecting anything in return. There is also pakikisama, which emphasizes harmony and smooth interpersonal relationships. Filipinos value peace, kindness, and being considerate, especially in group settings. These traditions are passed down not only through words, but through everyday actions. They are the invisible threads that keep families and communities strong. 5. Religion, a powerful force. In Filipino life, religion plays a major role in Filipino identity. About 80% of Filipinos identify as Roman Catholic, a legacy of Spanish colonization. Churches can be found in every town, and religious celebrations are a central part of local culture. One of the most famous events is the Feast of the Black Nazarene, held every January in Manila. Devotees join a massive procession, hoping to touch the statue, which they believe has miraculous powers. People pray for healing, good fortune, and personal transformation. It is a deeply emotional and spiritual experience. Aside from Catholicism, there are also Muslim communities, especially in Mindanao. Islam was practiced in the Philippines even before the arrival of the Spanish. Today, Muslims in the Philippines continue their own religious customs, from daily prayers to the celebration of Ramadan. Despite differences in beliefs, religious freedom is respected in the country. People from various faiths coexist peacefully, often joining each other's festivals and ceremonies as a show of solidarity and friendship. 6. Celebrations and festivals. Colorful and alive. Filipino culture comes alive through its festivals. Nearly every province and city has its own celebration, often tied to a patron saint, a historical event, or a harvest season. These fiestas are loud, colorful, and full of life. They feature parades, music, dancing, costumes, and of course, food. One of the most well-known festivals is the Sinulog Festival in Cebu City, which honors the Santo Niño, or Child Jesus. It features street dances with vibrant costumes and traditional music. Another major celebration is the Ati-Atihan Festival in Kalibo, where participants paint their faces black and wear tribal outfits to pay homage to the native Ati people. The Mascara Festival in Bacolod showcases smiling masks and lively performances, while the Kadayawan Festival in Davao celebrates the region's rich cultural and agricultural heritage. These festivals are more than entertainment. They are expressions of faith, history, creativity, and community spirit. They remind everyone of the beauty of coming together and celebrating life. 7. Music and art. The Filipino soul in creative form. Filipinos are known for their musical and artistic talents. Whether it is a karaoke session at home or a world-class performance on the global stage, music is an essential part of Filipino life. It is used to express love, sorrow, joy, and everything in between. In the past, young men would serenade women through harana, a form of traditional courtship that involved singing romantic songs under a girl's window. Today, music continues to play a key role in courtship, celebrations, and religious gatherings. From folk ballads to pop songs, from street performances to choral music in churches, Filipino musical expression is rich and diverse. The visual arts are just as vibrant. Filipino artists use painting, sculpture, weaving, and digital media to tell stories about their culture, struggles, and dreams. Museums and galleries across the country help preserve this heritage, while street murals and public art make it accessible to everyone. Art and music are not just hobbies. They are reflections of how Filipinos view the world and their place in it. 8. Tourism and cultural landmarks. Places that tell stories. The best way to experience Filipino culture is to visit the places where it lives and breathes. The Philippines is filled with destinations that combine natural beauty with cultural significance. You can explore the historic walled city of Intramuros in Manila, where colonial architecture tells the story of Spanish rule. The Banway rice terraces in northern Luzon, often called the eighth wonder of the world, show the engineering skills of ancient Filipino farmers. In Bohol, the Chocolate Hills stand as mysterious geological formations, while in Palawan and Siargao, nature blends perfectly with local traditions. Other popular spots include Boracay, known for its white sand beaches and lively nightlife, and Batanes, where traditional stone houses reflect the islanders' way of life. Whether you are visiting a rural village or a bustling city, there is always something to discover and learn. Every location is a chapter in the Filipino story. Filipino culture is not just something that belongs in books or museums. It is a living, breathing experience that touches every part of life. It is in the way people greet each other with smiles, in the way families stick together through challenges, and in the joyful chaos of street festivals. It is a culture of hospitality, faith, creativity, and resilience. What makes it truly unique is how it brings people in. Whether you are a local or a visitor, Filipino culture welcomes you with open arms and invites you to be part of something bigger than yourself. If you enjoyed this journey into Filipino culture, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other stories about life, history, and people from around the world. There is always more to discover, and we are just getting started. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.